Top 10 Gemstones the Ultra-Rich Secretly Love. Welcome back to Tops, where rare treasures meet rare stories. And to all the modern-day archaeologists out there, this one's for you. Before it shattered records, it sat in a drawer. Before it sold for the price of a private island, it was nearly forgotten. Some gemstones hide in plain sight. Others wait centuries to be understood. The ones you're about to see have slipped through fingers, vanished in vaults, and risen from obscurity into obsession. Some were found by accident, some were misnamed, and a few dismissed as junk. But every stone on this list now shares one trait, a value that defies reason. One of them, ranked at number 1, sparked a silent bidding war behind closed doors. Its price? Over $57 million. Not for a vault of gems. For one single stone. And that's just the official number. The rest of the list, equally mind-bending. From crystals that glow like trapped lightning to gems that shift color before your eyes, this isn't just a countdown. It's a warning. What we discard today may one day be priceless. 10 stones, 10 near misses, 1 impossible price tag. Stay with us. The deeper we go, the more valuable it becomes. And among the names on this list, there's one stone that isn't diamond, ruby, or emerald, but comes from a single, solitary mountain in Africa, where digging just 1 meter off could mean never finding it again. It is a color-shifting gem so rare that Tiffany & Company once called it the greatest gemstone discovery of modern times. But what's truly astonishing isn't its beauty. It's why billionaires quietly bought it out before the public even knew its name. Rank 10, Tanzanite, the blue flame of Africa. In the shadow of Mount Kilimanjaro, beneath the red dust of northern Tanzania, something sleeps that burns brighter than sapphire. Tanzanite, discovered in 1967 in the Merelani Hills of northern Tanzania, is among the world's rarest gemstones. Found only in a 7-kilometer strip near Mount Kilimanjaro, it formed under a scarce combination of vanadium-rich minerals, intense heat, and specific tectonic conditions. An alignment so unique that geologists believe new deposits are unlikely ever to emerge elsewhere on Earth. Tanzanite belongs to the zoisite mineral family and is prized for its natural trichroism, which exhibits 3 different colors depending on the viewing angle and light source. These include sapphire blue, deep violet, and burgundy red. In its raw form, Tanzanite often appears brownish or reddish in color. However, when gently heated to around 600 degrees Celsius, its hidden spectrum of blues and purples becomes vivid and unmistakable. Mining operations in the Merelani region are complex and physically demanding. Artisanal miners and licensed commercial firms work in shafts extending over 300 meters below ground. The terrain is unstable, and the gemstone's fragility requires extraction by hand using low-impact tools. The area is divided into designated blocks, A through D, with Block C known to yield some of the finest specimens to date. Once extracted, the rough crystals resemble cloudy quartz or weathered glass. Most are long, prismatic structures with uneven surfaces. Only skilled gem cutters can identify how to unlock their potential, maximizing color and brilliance without compromising structural integrity. When finished, Tanzanite radiates a velvety sheen, like twilight condensed into stone. Tanzanite's market value varies based on clarity, color saturation, carat weight, and certification. Commercial-grade stones under 2 carats often sell for $200 to $600 per carat. High-quality gems above 5 carats with deep, uniform color can command $2,000 to $5,000 per carat. Top-tier stones, especially untreated specimens with exceptional clarity, have reached over $10,000 per carat at auction. Tiffany & Company introduced Tanzanite to the world in 1968, recognizing both its beauty and its potential for branding. By giving it a marketable name and positioning it as a discovery, they established Tanzanite as a luxury stone in record time. This paved the way for its inclusion in elite collections by designers like Cartier, Bulgari, and Harry Winston. Among billionaires and private collectors, Tanzanite appeals not only for its rarity, but for its symbolism. Unlike emeralds or sapphires steeped in centuries of tradition, Tanzanite feels fresh, contemporary, and finite. It represents something that cannot be passed down from ancient dynasties, but must be seized within a single lifetime. For some, that impermanence is precisely the allure. Additionally, the stone's dramatic transformation, from a dull crystal to a radiant jewel, mirrors a philosophy that many high-net-worth individuals find compelling, that hidden value must be revealed through vision, patience, and investment. As the known supply continues to shrink due to increasing regulations on mining zones, the urgency to acquire high-grade Tanzanite intensifies. Some collectors now purchase rough stones and commission custom cuts to ensure exclusivity and uniqueness. Others seek investment-grade pieces as part of diversified holdings in alternative assets. It is not the oldest stone, but it may be the most urgent. And for those who recognize rarity not only in price but in origin, Tanzanite remains the most eloquent spark ever pulled from African soil. Some gemstones are admired for their perfection, but others leave collectors silent. For one reason, no one wants to share that secret with the world. There's a stone like that, once described as sacred fire trapped in stone. But what draws billionaires to it isn't the name. It's the fact that each black opal is a painting that can never be replicated. And the ultra-rich know that to own one is to possess something no one else can ever duplicate. Rank 9, Black Opal, the fire in the shadows. Beneath the cracked soil of Australia's outback lies a fire that never dies. Black opal, the rarest and most valuable type of opal, is found almost exclusively in Lightning Ridge, New South Wales, Australia. This remote region formed over 100 million years ago when an inland sea slowly evaporated, leaving behind pockets of silica-rich water that hardened into opal, some dark as midnight, alive with shifting fire. What sets black opal apart is its dark base tone and its dazzling play of color, flashes of red, blue, green, and violet that ripple across the stone's surface. This optical phenomenon, caused by light diffracting through microscopic silica spheres, creates patterns so vivid that they've been compared to galaxies or the northern lights. No two black opals are ever the same. Mining is grueling. At Lightning Ridge, miners descend into sandstone layers searching for hobbies, opal-bearing nodules. The work is manual, risky, and slow. Finding a gem-quality opal can take months. When uncovered, rough black opal often appears dusty and nondescript, hiding its beauty beneath layers of host rock. Cutting black opal is an art. Its colors are shallow and close to the surface, so precision is critical. Most stones are shaped into cabochons, which are curved and polished to maximize their fire. A finished gem can appear like a pulse of light, constantly shifting with every movement. Prices reflect its rarity. Commercial-grade stones start at $1,000 per carat. Premium pieces, featuring a deep black body, multicolor fire, and a clean surface, can reach $25,000 per carat. World-famous black opals, such as the Aurora Australis, are priceless and are held in museum vaults. Black opal has captivated billionaires and collectors for its uniqueness and mystery. In an age of mass production, it offers something truly irreplaceable. High-net-worth individuals seek it not only as jewelry, but also as a legacy, a gemstone that defies imitation and tells no lies. Designers often set black opals in minimal or industrial-style settings to emphasize their raw beauty. Others incorporate them into cosmic or oceanic themes, drawing on their depth and otherworldliness. In Aboriginal Australian culture, opal holds spiritual significance. Black opal, in particular, is believed to carry the essence of the dreamtime, ancestral energy crystallized in earth. This cultural legacy lends weight to its value, making each stone more than a gem. It's a memory, a myth, a fire that's never forgotten. It is not light that defines black opal. It is the way it survives in darkness, burning, shifting, alive. A fire forged not in a volcano, but in silence. And for those who wear it, a reminder. The rarest things glow where no one looks. Some gemstones need no publicity because the ultra-rich have already quietly secured nearly every piece left on Earth. Among them is a stone once described as redder than ruby, rarer than diamond. Yet you won't find it in major auctions. The reason is simple. There aren't enough to build a market. And that scarcity is precisely what makes it so irresistible to billionaires. Red Beryl, a gem so rare it appears only once in tens of thousands of crystals. And when it does, it rarely ends up in ordinary hands. Rank 8, Red Beryl, the one in a million flame. Some stones whisper of rarity. Red Beryl does not whisper. It vanishes before the echo begins. Found almost exclusively in the Wah Wah Mountains of Utah, Red Beryl, sometimes called Bixbite, is among the rarest gemstones on Earth. Statistically, for every 150,000 gem-quality diamonds discovered, only one red beryl of similar quality emerges. It forms under extreme geological conditions, high temperature, low pressure, and a unique chemical environment that exists in only a handful of places worldwide. The mineral is a cousin to emerald and aquamarine, sharing the same hexagonal crystal structure. However, its vibrant raspberry red color is attributed to the presence of traces of manganese. These crystals typically grow in rhyolitic volcanic rock, often filling minor fractures or lining gas cavities formed by ancient lava flows. Mining red beryl is painstaking. Most known deposits are small and difficult to access. The Ruby Violet claim in Utah is the primary commercial source, where operations are limited and tightly controlled. Hand tools and microblasting techniques are used to carefully remove crystals without shattering them. A single carat of gem-quality material can take weeks to extract. In its rough form, red beryl is often tiny, rarely exceeding 1 carat in final cut size. Its natural hexagonal shape, deep red body color, and vitreous luster make it recognizable among specialists. Due to its hardness, 7.5 to 8 on the Mohs scale, it takes an excellent polish, resulting in radiant, faceted gems. Prices for red beryl reflect its scarcity. Commercial quality stones begin at $2,000 per carat, while top-tier gems over 1 carat can fetch between $10,000 and $30,000 per carat. Sometimes more when flawless. The finest specimens are held in private vaults or museum collections and rarely seen in public. Billionaires and connoisseurs seek out red beryl not just for its beauty, but for its absolute rarity. It represents a level of exclusivity that surpasses even sapphire or ruby. In the world of ultra-high-end gems, red beryl is considered a collector's stone, a geological event frozen in crimson light. It does not shimmer like diamond or glow like opal. It blazes briefly, then is gone. A gemstone so rare it feels almost accidental, and for the few who hold it, a silent flame the earth only offered once. Most people have never even heard of this stone, and that's exactly how the elite prefer it. Musgravite wasn't just rare when it was discovered in the desolate Musgrave Ranges of Australia. It was practically untouchable. For years, only a handful of specimens were known to exist worldwide. Even today, finding one gem-quality piece is considered a rare event in itself. It's not just rare. It's an unspoken currency among those who trade in secrets, not status. Rank 7, Musgravite, the shadow among titans. Even among legends, some names are whispered. Musgravite is one of them. First discovered in 1967 in the remote Musgrave Ranges of South Australia, Musgravite was so elusive that for decades, only a handful of confirmed gem-quality specimens existed worldwide. It remained a scientific curiosity, locked in museum drawers and geological surveys, until recent finds in Greenland, Madagascar, and Sri Lanka revealed its hidden potential. Musgravite belongs to the taphite mineral group, which is composed of beryllium, aluminum, and magnesium oxides. While chemically similar to its cousin taphite, it is significantly rarer. Its colors range from steely gray-violet to deep greenish-gray, often with a metallic internal glow, like moonlight on forged metal. Mining musgravite is an act of precision and patience. The gem forms in metamorphic environments, often in association with spinel and chrysoberyl, inside alluvial deposits or hard rock pegmatites. Even in productive areas like Sri Lanka, finding clean, faceable musgravite crystals is a once-in-a-season event. In its rough form, musgravite often appears dense and dark, with its luster obscured until it is carefully faceted. The cutting process is complicated. Its hardness ranges from 8 to 8.5 on the Mohs scale, and internal inclusions make breakage a constant risk. Gem-quality musgravite over 1 carat is exceedingly rare. Prices reflect this scarcity. Commercial pieces may sell for between $2,000 and $6,000 per carat. But top-grade specimens, transparent, clean, and with desirable color, have been auctioned for over $35,000 per carat, making it one of the most expensive gemstones ever traded. For high-end collectors and billionaires, musgravite represents the pinnacle of gem rarity. It is not just rare in supply, it is rare in awareness. Unlike diamond or ruby, owning musgravite is not about display. It's about knowing you possess something almost no one else on earth ever will. Its story is one of obscurity, depth, and discernment. It doesn't dazzle in daylight, it waits for the quiet observer. A gemstone that doesn't scream for attention, but rewards those who listen. For those who measure luxury, not in labels but in light, there's one gemstone that shifts with the day, literally, Alexandrite. In natural daylight, it glows a crisp green. Under candlelight, it turns to royal red. But the true transformation isn't in color, it's in how it's valued. Once reserved for Russian aristocracy and lost to history for decades, Alexandrite resurfaced only in whispers, quietly acquired by private collectors, hedge fund managers, and monarchists who understand that real wealth isn't loud. Rank 6. Alexandrite, the stone that changes with you. Some stones change with the light. Alexandrite changes with the soul. Discovered in 1830 in the Ural Mountains of Russia, Alexandrite stunned gemologists and royals alike with its unique optical magic, an ability to shift color depending on the lighting. In daylight, it appears green to bluish green. Under incandescent light, it glows red to purplish red. This rare color change phenomenon made it a symbol of transformation, balance, and duality. Named after the future Tsar Alexander II, the stone quickly became a national treasure of Imperial Russia. However, gem-quality Alexandrite is no longer readily available. While Russia produced some of the finest specimens in the 19th century, those mines are largely depleted. Today, Alexandrite is sourced from Sri Lanka, Brazil, Tanzania, and occasionally India. But stones with substantial color change and clarity are still scarce. Alexandrite forms in pegmatitic and metamorphic rocks, where beryllium and chromium meet under intense pressure. This combination is uncommon in Earth's crust, which is why natural Alexandrite is so scarce. Mining is often limited and typically artisanal, involving hand tools and rudimentary processing methods. Rough Alexandrite typically appears dull or mottled until it is expertly cut. Gem cutters face a delicate task, preserving both clarity and the dramatic color shift. Faceted Alexandrite is typically oval or cushion-shaped to accentuate its optical properties. Stones over 1 carat with substantial color change are highly valuable. A top-quality Alexandrite can range from $15,000 to over $70,000 per carat, depending on its size, origin, and the intensity of its color change. To collectors and billionaires, Alexandrite is more than a gemstone. It's an emotional mirror. Its shift from green to red evokes nature's transitions, from forest to fire, from logic to passion, from day to night. Owning one is a statement not of status, but of personal evolution. Custom settings often reflect this philosophy. Rotating mounts, dual-tone metals, or light-responsive designs that echo the stone's mystery. In metaphysical traditions, Alexandrite is linked to renewal and destiny. It's thought to bring emotional resilience and sharpen intuition. Whether or not one believes in energy work, its visual shift is undeniably poetic. A reminder that what is hidden in one light reveals truth in another. It is not fixed. It is not simple. Alexandrite lives in change and invites those who wear it to do the same. Emeralds are everywhere, but not like this. Colombian, untreated, no oil. In the gemstone world, that's not just rare, it's nearly mythical. Most emeralds are treated with oil to enhance their clarity and mask imperfections. But a flawless Colombian emerald that's never been touched? That's not jewelry. That's generational wealth. These stones are not displayed in showrooms. They move through private hands, off-market deals, and silent bids between the kind of people whose names don't appear on Forbes, but own the ones who do. Rank 5, Emerald, Colombian no oil, the untouched heart of the Andes. Some treasures are carved, others are born perfect and left untouched. Among the world's emeralds, none rival the clarity, hue, and prestige of Colombian emeralds. Among those, the rarest of all is the untreated, no-oil specimens, gems so naturally flawless they require no enhancement. These are not just stones. They are relics of purity, forged in the earth and passed untouched through time. The source of these unmatched gems lies deep in the eastern Andes of Colombia, particularly in the Muso, Chivor, and Coscuez mining regions. Here, tectonic shifts and hydrothermal forces converge to produce emeralds of astonishing color and internal structure. Muso, known as the emerald capital of the world, has produced legendary stones for centuries, each with its signature bluish-green glow. Colombian emeralds form inside black shale and limestone, in veins where beryllium-rich fluids interact with chromium and vanadium, trace elements responsible for the emerald's intense green. Extracting these gems is a labor-intensive process. Miners descend narrow shafts, hand-chisel through layers of brittle rock, and sort each fragment by eye. While most emeralds are treated with oil or resins to hide fractures and improve appearance, no-oil Colombian emeralds are left in their natural state, making them exponentially rarer. Their clarity must be inherently high. Their structure must be sound. Less than 1% of emeralds on the market meet these criteria. When cut, no-oil Colombian emeralds retain a velvet-like saturation that shifts subtly in different lights, soft, deep, and unmistakably alive. Classic cuts include step-cut rectangles, ovals, and pear shapes, each designed to showcase their depth of color. Prices vary depending on origin, clarity, and hue, but high-grade no-oil Colombian emeralds regularly command $20,000 to $100,000 per carat. Historic stones, particularly those with royal provenance, can reach into the millions. They are traded privately, kept in secure vaults, or passed between elite collectors under sealed agreements. Billionaires and high-end jewelry houses prize no-oil emeralds for their untouched integrity. They represent not only beauty but authenticity. In a market where enhancement is the norm, a no-oil emerald is a rebellion, a gem that says, "This is how I was born." These stones are often set in minimalist platinum or yellow gold settings, allowing their unaltered brilliance to stand on their own. Custom commissions sometimes pair them with diamonds for contrast, but the emerald remains the soul of the piece. Untouched, unyielding, unequaled. The no-oil emerald is not perfect because of what was done to it. It is perfect because nothing needed to be. There are gemstones, and then there are anomalies. When Paraíba Tourmaline was first discovered in Brazil's copper-rich hills in the 1980s, gemologists thought the color was fake, too electric, too unreal. But it wasn't just real, it was finite. The original mine emptied in just a few years. Since then, prices haven't climbed, they've exploded. What makes it irresistible to the ultra-rich isn't just the neon blue-green glow. It's the panic in the market every time a new one appears. These gems don't wait on auction blocks. They're already gone before the world even knows they were found. Rank 4, Paraíba Tourmaline, the neon lightning beneath Earth. From deep inside Brazil's ancient crust emerged a color the world had never seen, like lightning captured in crystal. First unearthed in the late 1980s in the Brazilian state of Paraíba, this tourmaline variety stunned gemologists with an otherworldly glow. Vivid turquoise, electric green, and neon blue. Colors so intense they appeared to be lit from within. What causes this unmistakable brilliance is copper, a trace element that had never been seen in tourmaline at such high concentrations before. Mining the original Paraíba deposit was like chasing light underground. The veins were narrow, erratic, and deep. Miners had to tunnel by hand, often in sweltering conditions and unstable rock. Within just a few years, the primary source was nearly exhausted. The rarity only increased its mystique. Discoveries in Nigeria and Mozambique in the 2000s brought similar copper-bearing tourmalines to the market. But the true Brazilian Paraíbas remain the most sought after. Their saturation, fluorescence, and history make them icons of the modern gem world. Faceting Paraíba Tourmaline requires technical mastery. The crystal can be brittle, and preserving its intensity without sacrificing weight is a challenge only top gem cutters can handle. Finished gems often pulse with neon color, even under low light, earning them a reputation as electric gems. Prices for Brazilian Paraíbas can reach $50,000 per carat or more, especially for stones over 2 carats with vivid hue and clarity. Nigerian and Mozambican Paraíbas, though slightly more abundant, still command thousands per carat due to demand from designers and collectors worldwide. Ultra-wealthy clients commission Paraíba centerpieces for bespoke rings, necklaces, and even timepieces, treating the stone as both investment and spectacle. Its vividness cannot be replicated. Synthetic versions fall flat. There is something in the glow of a true Paraíba that feels alive. It doesn't reflect light, it releases it. Born from copper and pressure, Paraíba Tourmaline is proof that the earth can still surprise us. Some stones are measured by carats. This one is measured by silence in the auction room. Imperial green jadeite, the kind so translucent, so saturated, it seems lit from within. For centuries, it wasn't diamonds but jadeite that crowned emperors and sealed dynasties. Today, it's still the unspoken pinnacle of gemstone wealth in Asia's elite circles. However, what makes it truly powerful is that there's no public price guide and no market trend. The finest pieces are never listed. They're inherited, gifted, or quietly locked away in private vaults. Rank 3, Jadeite Imperial Green, the stone of emperors. Some gemstones shimmer. Others rule. In the annals of human civilization, few gemstones have commanded as much reverence as jadeite, especially the rare radiant imperial green variety. Known as the stone of heaven in Chinese dynasties, jadeite was not merely decoration. It was power carved in stone, reserved for emperors, nobles, and deities. This most coveted form of jadeite is sourced primarily from northern Myanmar, also known as Burma, where deposits lie hidden in remote, rugged terrain. The journey to reach them is perilous, marked by dense forests, landslide-prone roads, and heavily guarded mining zones. Most jadeite is extracted from river boulders, often carried by hand or rudimentary machinery. The stones are then split open like eggs, revealing, if lucky, a bright, glowing green heart. What defines imperial green jadeite is its pure, vibrant color, intense yet translucent, like sunlight through new leaves. It is the presence of trace chromium that gives it this prized hue. Unlike opaque nephrite, jadeite can be semi-transparent, glowing with a silky inner light when polished. Its surface is smooth, but its soul is deep. The cutting process is intricate. Jadeite is typically carved rather than faceted, requiring master-level skill to enhance the natural grain without fracturing the piece. Each finished carving, or cabochon, must strike a balance between artistry and gemology. One wrong move and $1 million stone can be lost. Top-tier imperial green jadeite is among the most expensive gems in the world. A single bangle bracelet can fetch over $1 million. Fine-grade cabochons over 5 carats, with intense color and translucency, can sell for $30,000 to $100,000 per carat. In 2014, a jadeite necklace was sold at Sotheby's for over $27 million. Billionaires, especially in East Asia, treat jadeite not only as a status symbol, but as a spiritual talisman. It's believed to embody purity, virtue, and protection. Imperial jadeite pieces are often passed down as heirlooms, sealed in vaults, or mounted in royal jewelry collections. Some refuse to cut theirs, preserving the stone as found, as if altering it would offend its spirit. In high jewelry, jadeite is framed in diamonds or set alone in minimalist gold to emphasize its inner fire. The contrast between its quiet green and the flash of other gems is intentional. Jadeite does not compete, it commands. It is not worn, it is inherited. Not bought, but bestowed. When a gemstone disappears from the earth, its price doesn't just rise, it detaches from reality. That's what happened when the Argyle mine in Western Australia closed. It wasn't just a mine shutting down, it was the end of the world's only consistent source of natural pink diamonds. The result? A global scramble. Sovereign funds, royal families, and private bankers move fast, buying not for display but for control. Because a true Argyle pink isn't just rare, it's politically rare. And the people who own them tend to own a lot more than just stones. Rank 2. Pink diamond, the flame of fortune. If diamonds are forever, then pink diamonds are eternity with a heartbeat. Among the most elusive of all color gemstones, natural pink diamonds are geological miracles. Their blush tones are not caused by trace elements, as in sapphire or emerald, but by a distortion in their crystal lattice during formation. It's a flaw so rare, so precisely perfect, that only a tiny fraction of the world's diamonds ever turn pink. The most famous source of pink diamonds was the Argyle mine in Western Australia. Closed permanently in 2020, it once supplied over 90% of the global pink diamond market. But only 0.01% of Argyle's output qualified as pink, and even fewer reached the intense, vivid saturation prized by collectors. Today, the supply has all but dried up. The few stones that remain, especially Argyle-certified pinks, are tightly held by collectors and investors, with auction prices skyrocketing year over year. In 2022, an 11.15-carat pink diamond, named the Williamson Pink Star, sold for $57.7 million, setting a record of over $5 million per carat. The mining and sorting process was arduous. Argyle's diamonds were retrieved from ancient volcanic pipes, processed through crushing and sorting lines, and screened under intense scrutiny for even the faintest hues. Gem-quality pinks were marked immediately and secured under high surveillance. Cutting a pink diamond demands absolute precision. A single miscalculation can dull the color. Expert cutters study each rough for weeks before deciding how to unlock its fire. Most pink diamonds are cut into cushions, ovals, or radiant shapes to maximize both brilliance and saturation. These gems have become synonymous with rarity and power. Pink diamonds are often used in one-of-a-kind engagement rings, royal heirlooms, and private vault collections. Billionaires consider them the apex of portable wealth, beauty with a built-in scarcity curve. Designers tend to set pink diamonds in rose gold or platinum to complement their soft hue. Accents of white diamonds are often used to frame the central gem, but pink always takes the lead. No filter, no enhancement, just a light the earth kept secret for eons. A pink diamond is not made, it is found, once, maybe never again. The heart of earth under pressure, glowing soft and priceless. There's luxury, and then there's silence. Blue diamonds don't spark bidding wars. They end them, quietly. Born deep within the earth, under unimaginable pressure, and touched by traces of boron, they carry a color so haunting that it feels otherworldly. But what truly sets them apart is what they don't do. They don't show up, not in stores, not in circulation. The few that exist are passed between sovereign families, wrapped in insurance clauses longer than most people's wills. And when one appears at auction, it's not about price, it's about power. To own a blue diamond is to step outside the market itself. Rank 1, blue diamond, the crown jewel of the impossible. At the end of the Earth's alchemy, beyond fire, time, and pressure, comes a gem that bends reality itself. Above all others, the natural blue diamond stands alone, untouchable, unrepeatable, and unconquered. It is not merely rare, it is transcendent. Forged deep within the Earth's mantle under titanic forces and infused with trace boron, this stone is the universe's signature etched in blue. The Cullinan mine in South Africa remains its most storied birthplace, where legends like the Blue Moon and the Oppenheimer Blue first came to light. Earlier in India's Golconda Kingdom, a few mythical blue diamonds surfaced, so pure and so defiant that they were believed to carry divine favor. But such gems are more than geological accidents. They are cosmic phenomena. Most diamonds emerge as fragments of light trapped in stone. Blue diamonds are different. They are vaults of pressure and purity where the earth rewrote its rules. Even among elite collectors, witnessing a natural, vivid blue diamond is to glimpse the edge of impossibility. Their journey is sealed in secrecy. Mining them is a high-stakes endeavor. Each carat is traced, guarded, and insured like state secrets. Their rough form already commands millions. But shaping them, that's where mastery meets reverence. One misplaced facet could cost a fortune, and the result? A vision of elemental power, blue so deep it silences thought, radiant even in shadow, not enhanced, not improved, just perfect. Cushion, pear, or radiant cuts preserve both its fire and its weight. The gem doesn't flicker, it commands. The prices, unmatched. The 14.62 carat Oppenheimer blue fetched $57.5 million. The 15.1 carat De Beers blue eclipsed that in 2022. And those are only the public numbers. Private trades operate in silence between billionaires, nations, and royalty. To possess a blue diamond is to sit at the highest table of legacy and power. These stones are not worn. They are enthroned, handed down like sovereign titles, housed in fortress vaults, and displayed only under guarded lights. For the ultra-elite, they're more than gemstones. They are proof that some things in life cannot be bought. They must be earned, inherited, or discovered once in 1,000 lifetimes. Designers don't frame blue diamonds. They kneel to them. Platinum cradles, diamond halos bow, and the world watches. This is not the end of a list. It is the summit of all desire. Not the most expensive because it dazzles. The most expensive because it rules. The gemstones in today's list aren't just rare. They're fragments of a world most of us have never touched. If you found this journey worthwhile, consider subscribing and leaving a like. It's the best way to support our team and help us continue uncovering stories that rarely see the light of day. And don't miss the next video, because what's coming might change the way you see gemstones forever.